They say cities die slowly, through poverty or war or the simple passage of time. But this city didn't die. It was erased. Deliberately, carefully, as if someone feared not what it was, but what it remembered. One day, it was there, marked on maps, mentioned in reports, a home to thousands of people. And the next day, it simply wasn't. It wasn't bombed into ruins for the world to see, or conquered and renamed. It was removed, as if it had never earned the right to exist in history. The operation began quietly, long before the first wall came down. Officials arrived without explanations. Surveys were conducted, but the results were never made public. Restrictions appeared overnight. Roads were temporarily closed. Flights were rerouted. Communication towers were shut down for maintenance that never seemed to end. Residents were told it was for their safety, that something dangerous had been found nearby, but no one said what. Questions were met with silence, or paperwork, or threats disguised as concern. Then came the evacuations. They weren't forced, not at first. They were just encouraged. Incentives were offered, compensation promised. Those who left were warned never to return. Those who stayed watched their city hollow out. Schools closed. Hospitals became understaffed. Shops were abandoned, their windows staring out like empty eyes. The whole place felt like a shell, waiting for something inevitable. And when the final order came, it was swift. Checkpoints sealed every exit. No journalists were allowed. No cameras, no witnesses. Within days, the city was reduced to dust. Buildings were dismantled, streets were scraped away, and landmarks were destroyed with surgical precision. But erasing a city requires more than just physical destruction. It requires erasing memory. Archives were sealed. Photographs were confiscated. Records were altered, maps redrawn, and textbooks revised. Suddenly, the city's name became a footnote, or it vanished entirely. When former residents spoke about it, they were labeled unreliable, confused, nostalgic, or even conspiracy-minded. Because admitting the truth would raise a far more dangerous question. Why would a government destroy its own city and then deny it ever existed? Official explanations came later, of course. They were always vague. Environmental contamination, geological instability, national security concerns. Each excuse contradicted the last, and none were supported by evidence that could be independently verified. The site itself became a forbidden zone, fenced off, monitored, visible only from satellites that showed nothing but an empty scar on the landscape, a blank space where life once thrived. Years passed, and the silence held, until fragments began to surface. Leaked documents with heavily redacted lines. Budget reports referencing relocation costs with no destination. Testimony from workers who were hired to demolish buildings they were never allowed to name. Satellite images that didn't match the official timelines, revealing activity long after the city was supposed to be gone. Today, those former residents still exist. They are scattered, carrying memories of a place that history refuses to acknowledge. They carry a city that taught us a terrifying lesson, that in the modern world, erasure doesn't require firestorms or invasions. It only requires authority, secrecy, and time. Somewhere right now, another city may already be in the process of disappearing. Not in flames, but in files, in databases, in quiet decisions made behind closed doors. Because the most effective way to destroy something forever is not to attack it, but to make the world forget it ever existed. Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, consider subscribing for more content like this.